gold shield to see a hide spot for a coward. Nigga, that's some hired help. I saw the revolution by myself. Ain't nobody gotta ride for me. Already know who gonna die for me. Wrote and read the biography. Tryna relearn my spirit. I ain't fucking with technology. Hits all of my discography. And this is honestly just a boost of the economy. For a common G, you know we're in the anomaly. God, pace yourself, face yourself, stay the self. Now that's knowledge. School of hard knocks, boy, I had to put a few years in like that's college. Only destroying the bill. We just restoring the field, depicting the real. Yeah, it's just me on that hill. No symptoms to know that I'm ill. My nigga for real.
Yes.
Sure, let's go! That shit is hard.
The spell,
Talk to me nice, bro. That shit is hard. Put me on that.
Yo, this is long overdue. We finally got T Bruin in the building.
Let's go.
A friend of the show, a huge supporter. Yo, we rock with you so much, T Bruin, and we're so happy you finally here with us.
Yo, thank you for having me.
Yeah,
bro, he did the realest shit. That nigga said he had his mans roll him up to bring it in. That was cool. I like that.
Nah, don't talk about him. Don't talk about him like that.
I didn't. Yeah,
I got you, bro.
Let's keep everybody productive. We gotta keep everybody productive.
Alrighty, this your host and your favorite multifaceted black girl, Alexandra Alexis. I'm here with some new Naga.
Naga.
Get that KTC, bro. That shit goes crazy.
Yes.
Get that KTC volume 2. Not
yes,
1.
Sir.
That's 2.
Yes, sir.
On your head top.
Yes.
Talk about it.
SOS Brady.
Yeah.
Glad to have you back, sir.
You know, I mean,
I was in Miami chilling.
I was in Miami. I was living my best life. COVID. I was in there. It was great. It was everything I figured out.
He was
it was more of a business move.
Business move, nigga.
It was more of a business move.
But
you don't understand. That's what I did when I had free time.
Yeah, he was smoking cigars looking like somebody's dad.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Thank you, bro. Because you're not going to get that to me, bro. Thank you.
Oh, my God. We got T Bruin in the building.
T Bruin. Yo. Let's go.
And then we got hella niggas behind the scenes today.
Yes, sir.
You know, it was nice enough for Jones to show up today.
Yeah,
we got
right.
Jones.
That's an anomaly.
He moves like a pure boss. He only comes when special guests is in the building.
Right? Yeah.
We got Tadito behind the scene. Behind
Glizzy
the camera.
King.
Glizzy King, yes.
Tadito.
Yes, and then we got T Bruin's friends in the building. We got Tevin and Owen in the building. Thank y'all for coming out.
Appreciate
y'all traveled far. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Yes.
Hell yeah.
So, how we doing, T Bruin? How's life? How's COVID? How's everything? You don't got COVID, but
you don't got that.
How are you surviving the vid?
I'm blessed, man. I could say I ain't really like take any losses.
Okay, that's good. That's a blessing.
Fingers crossed.
Blessings.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. Just trying to adjust to the whole new way of life, I guess. Making sure I don't forget my mask and shit.
Yeah.
It'd be the worst when you do it halfway to the store and then go back to the car.
You got a mask.
I was at the train station. In the train, like, literally, I'm rushing for work. I'm downstairs, and I'm just like,
Something's missing.
Something's missing.
Missing.
And I'm like, oh shit. Luckily, you gotta keep
it on you.
Keep
it
spare
on you.
one.
Keep it on you.
$20.
Keep that on me.
You feel me? It's a new way of life.
Let's go.
Yeah, man, it's very different.
That's the truth.
So you dropping an album October 23rd, Above the Third Floor. Yo.
Before that, I don't know where you from. Like, what's up? Talk to the people. Where you from?
Jesus.
Oh Jesus. Where you going? Yo, Alex, do me a favor. You can go over there.
I could leave.
Yo, Trey, you got that?
I could leave.
Where you from, bro? What's up?
I was born in the Bronx.
Talk about it.
I lived there for like 10 years. Then I moved down south, Decatur, Georgia, where I spent like majority of my childhood, adulthood.
Oh, that's
I came
dope.
back like as an adult, my 20s, and just been back and forth between Atlanta and New York. Living in Brooklyn now, so so.
That's dope. So you're from New York, but you spent a lot of time in the South. Do you feel like your music reflects that?
Yeah, definitely. Like just on like my beat selection, just my tone and shit, how I rap,
100%.
even like how I speak sometimes. But it's just like even the feel I try to go for, because sometimes I listen to my music when I'm in the city, and it's just like, okay,
yeah,
I need to take a trip.
Yeah, I get that.
Because
I feel, the ATL is a whole different vibe.
Yeah.
So it's like, do you find yourself like getting in different bags when it comes to, hence when you're dealing with your ATL homies, and then when you're back in New York, you're dealing with them. Do you find yourself like between two worlds type shit?
Yeah, because in the city, everybody is like trying to get it. Everybody's like trying to make something happen. But back home, niggas is chilling. Like niggas really like
Straight chilling.
chilling, family, kids. You all chilling like, yeah, man, I'm just trying to take
A different way of life.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
trying to
Take care of the kids.
Take care of the kids.
on the porch, but that it brings a sense of
calmness.
Calmness.
Yeah.
To you.
Mm-hmm.
Get out there and you just those values that you have, they come more to light, and you like, damn, I do need to sit down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like even creating my music, that's something that started to influence me more with the whole pandemic shit. I was in Atlanta, like right when it popped off. Like I was
Wow.
visiting.
And you got stuck down there?
I got stuck. My 3-day trip turned into a 3-month trip.
Wow.
Yeah, so because I wanted to make sure all my family is out there. So,
Gotcha. You got to make sure they straight. You know, I get that.
yeah, so I just stayed and just sitting down talking to my mom, and she was telling me some of the shit she went through. Like we never had that time because she always working. Like my whole life, she's been working. I've been taking care of my sister.
Yeah.
So like I was kind of like a little thankful for the pandemic a little bit that I was able to get that time.
That time with your
That time,
family.
You feel
Yeah,
bad
it's
when you say
important.
that, right? Like you're kind of grateful for the
grateful
pandemic,
for
right?
the- yeah.
I'm not thankful that anybody,
Nah,
Got
of course,
hurt,
of course.
you know what I mean?
that time to be still.
I think
kinda appreciate
everybody needed it. Everybody needed that time to really just reflect, get their money right, get their focus back right where it's supposed to be.
100%.
I feel like it was just that was a worldwide thing. I feel like we all needed to take it easy and really like spend time with our family because on a day-to-day base, bro, I barely see my family. Like
Nah,
if it wasn't
facts.
for the pandemic, that was the
Facts.
real time where I was like, oh, like what's your favorite color again? Like I was
No,
really,
yeah, you
it's
know, I mean,
crazy.
it just shows, this whole shit just shows, be thankful for what you have, be thankful for the position you're in, be thankful you're still breathing on this earth, bro, because a lot of people can't say that, you know what I'm saying? So it's important, like, take that time out for the family, take that time out, get your bread right, take that time out, do everything, so that's dope. My one thing, though, that I feel is, like, I fuck with the ATL, I fuck with everything coming out of there, but just in the South,
I mean,
just in the South in general, I'm a hype nigga. You know me, I'm hype as fuck.
Wait,
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm hype as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got energy. I just feel like when I'm in the South, niggas is just very...
Now when you go out,
Nah, it's
though,
a different vibe.
Niggas is
though.
very...
I feel like
It's
now
just a
when you
different
go
vibe.
out,
Like,
Even still, when you go out though, it's still a certain level of
calmness.
calm you
Yeah.
gotta- Because don't get me wrong, like you will get your ass shot. Like
Oh,
dude,
nah, I believe
was
that.
in Perry, Georgia, bro. When I was in Georgia, them niggas walking around with guns. Like it's open
it's
carry. I
open
was
carry.
like, oh shit, like,
Let me get mine. What
I'm
up?
like, yeah,
Yeah.
like that, like.
And you'll think like if you never seen that before, if you never seen that before, like it's a sense of like, oh my god, everybody out here got. But once you done seen like somebody who like 60-something years old with a pistol on them, you just like,
Nah, yeah, that's too much.
It's too much. But then you like, I get it. Like
Nah.
you just trying to make sure that none of these young boys out. That's all you seeing is
Nah, yeah, that's a fact.
on the TV and shit. So, but it's not nothing crazy. It's
Nah, I believe that.
niggas will get up.
That's what's up, bro.
Big facts.
So I have a question. What
You
got
had
so
many
like
questions.
your man's asked one. That was him. That's how we got here. That's how we got here. Don't tell me when to talk. I'm a grown, independent
Oh
man.
my god.
I'm a multifaceted black man. I'm gonna talk when I'm ready.
You right, man.
So like I was gonna say, T, what got you rapping? Like what got you like? Cause you telling me you bouncing from the ATL to New York. Like what was the thing where you were like, yo, you know what? This is my calling. Like this is what I want to do.
It didn't start as rapping. I thought I was gonna be on some singing shit at first.
Oh
What?
yeah.
You could sing, you got vocals?
You gotta
I
sing.
can't.
Hit a little,
That's the
hit us
thing,
with a
like,
little
that's why I
something. Hit us
switched
with a
it
little
up.
something.
I can't. My mother just used to have me in like Glee Club and shit. And all
Oh.
this.
You had the mom that wanted you to
Got
sing.
you.
That's how my
Got
mom
She
you.
was.
wanted me to not
always
do
wanted me to
nothing
sing.
that was gonna cost her any money, so sports was out of the
Yeah.
question. So it was like, what's
Choir.
free that we can get this
That we
money
can get
in?
him into.
Oh, get in
Yeah.
there and sing. So I'm singing or whatever. So I thought like I was
That was
Gonna be a
it.
singer.
Yeah.
so just entertaining because I used to like plug up the headphones in the back of the stereo and record myself over fucking every song on the radio that I was loving. Just I knew I wanted to like be on stage doing something, but the rapping came about. I guess when like I needed an outlet to express myself. Just childhood shit. You know how like you either gonna rebel and do some crazy shit or you gonna use this energy and.
You get to that crossroads. You pick your path.
So
100%.
luckily for me, I was more afraid of my mother than
You and me both, my
motherfuckers.
nigga. You and me both, bro.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
we
I'm
could
scared
turn
of
up and do
moms.
whatever, but it's still a limit to what I'm going with this shit because I'm the only man in the household, so it's
feel
like
that.
You have a sense of responsibility, yeah.
a big sense of responsibility. So it's like
Gotta hold it down.
what can I do to like get this shit out? So poetry started like that. But I'm gonna keep it real. Like my homie Slim in Atlanta, he really the first person that sat me down. Was like, yo, you can record a song in the crib. I'm like,
what?
Because I'm freestyling and shit. He came up to me like, hey, we in school. He like, hey, bro, like you could rap. Like nigga lived across the street from the school, still late every day, but like he could hear the bell from his fucking door. He took me he was like, yo, introduced me to like FL Studio. That's right when Soulja Boy and shit was going crazy. So I see it, but I ain't knowing that niggas is doing this shit in their bedroom.
Yeah, facts.
And he like literally made a beat in front of me. You can have this shit.
That's crazy.
Just rap on it. So just rap. He was the one telling me, hey, rap. So for a minute, I was his hype man. I was just there. I wasn't really taking the rap shit seriously because I was like doing some other extracurricular activities, but I wasn't gonna put 100%. I'm getting money. I'm not about to just be like rapping.
It's almost like you got to put the money like aside or like take a step back from that to pursue.
I wasn't even gonna put my money into it at that point in time. Like I'm not paying for studio time. None of that.
I feel like
I supported him in the fact that he showed me we could do this.
We could take
in
it
the
serious.
crib. That got me enough to like I'll be the hype man. Like because if this shit take off, I want parts. Nigga. But it wasn't until he was like, hey man, it's time for you to step up and fucking do a verse, nigga. And I remember we was doing some open mic and I had a verse on one of his songs. And one of the judges was like, hey bro, like, hype man, where your song at?
Wow, put you on the spot.
And I was like, I ain't got no song. He was like, nah, y'all need to work together and y'all might need to be a group.
Shit,
So we was a group for a minute.
Wow.
Me, him, and we had a chick with us named Look Alive who was nice. Like, that didn't work out. Just ego. Once you start get a level of success, you kind of get to, especially as a group, when one person gets more.
Yeah, it starts to cause tension and problems.
Yeah, especially if you don't have the same. If it's just somebody you met off some music shit, you don't always got the same morals and values on shit. So you find, but you don't find that shit out until it's cool when y'all eating chicken wings and smoking blunts.
That pressure on.
But when it gets real,
when shit get real, things start happening. People just view shit differently. So it ain't no beef or whatever. Me and Slim, that's still my dog. That's still my brother. But you know what I'm saying? Like as far as the group shit, I was like, this ain't it.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask you, because a lot of people talk about this. Do you feel like, because you're from New York, but you spent a lot of time in the South, do you feel like people support rappers or any type of musician more in the South than they do in New York? Because I know that's a really big thing, where it's like Atlanta rappers always say like, yo, people really, they rock with your music, they will play that shit. New Yorkers are mad stingy, they don't want to play your shit, they don't want to, I always hear that. So how do you feel that's true?
Yeah, because, and you gotta experience it to really know like what's going on, because in Atlanta, the industry sound is where was coming out of that city. So it's kind of how New York was back in the day. So you come to New York, try to get a deal, but if you didn't sound like what was coming out of New York, you wasn't really going crazy. So you had to start. It happened all over, but the thing about the South that's different and what was keeping it going is the level of like, I'm gonna bring up the next one. That didn't happen in New York. It got to the old heads was like, because I don't agree with what y'all doing, I can't fuck with y'all. We on some.
Yeah, we even had that like debate where it's just like talking about the difference between an OG and an old head.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Difference.
Like the difference between that. Well, I mean, the old head is somebody who, you know, they see what you're doing. They're very thick-headed, stuck in their ways, very unable to understand and meet you in the middle, judgmental, very so much not willing to work with you. Where an OG, right, sees that it's a different time, understands the time in they're in, and may not understand it, but can understand, may not understand what's going on right now, but can understand that you got something going on and can at least give you the keys, the resources on how to, you know, elevate what you got going on. How to make whatever it is that may be popping right now, whether I'm in it or not or understand, give you the keys and the resources and the tools to be able to make something of yourself. Instead of hating. Old heads be hating, bro.
Facts. And this the loophole. Once you get old head status, if you have enough status as a person, people give you OG status.
Yeah, that's true.
So your influence matters even though you're not saying the right things. That's why a lot of these old niggas is coming back and they like, man, I wish I would have did shit different. I wish I would have signed me an artist. Or you go down south, Doug got YSL, QC, fucking
Put on mad
take
of
off.
them.
They all sign artists. Like, who the next young
Gucci,
coach?
all of them.
Down there as
The
opposed
love is
to up
different.
here.
Like, we're trying to keep the money within the family. Like,
See,
really.
I noticed that shit too. Like when I was working, because I used to work down south too, and then when I worked in New York, it's like we have like this like, yeah, nigga, I'm from
It's
New
'cause
York.
New York
Well, you
is-
know what it
it's
is?
'cause New York
You
is
know what? Can I
cold.
tell you also too? New York is the business capital of the world. Believe it or not, still to this
So you
day.
think that bleeds into that?
So
It
I
does.
think
It
that
bleeds
bleeds
into
into everything we do, bro. It's competition. It's ego.
Yeah.
It's trying to get ahead of the next guy. Not so much let's get it together. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I said was the difference between the South, because the South is calmer. You know what I mean?
It's
calm
sunny
where they're
all
like
year.
they look like they got patience. Where in New York it's like, nah, nigga, like you either with me or you in the way.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
what
Even
up?
on the, I'm gonna take you on.
That's
I'm
a
gonna take
fact.
you on a
No.
deeper level because I always try to look at things on the core level.
Talk to me.
So, as New Yorkers, don't get offended.
Nah, it's all
I'm already offended.
I'm from Rockland, so supposedly I'm not even a New Yorker.
So let's talk about specifically in
Different
the
combo.
city, how shit is built. Everything's on top of each other. Like I'm living this shit right now, so it's like I'm dealing with my neighbors next to me, the people upstairs, the people on this side, and I'm also a burden to the person below me.
Below you.
So I'm getting all this 24 hours in my home. So it's like I'm not trying to be home. I'm trying
Yeah.
to be someplace else. So everybody's goal in New York is to not be always successful, but to
Yeah.
be out of the house, or be in a situation where there's someplace comfortable. And to be comfortable in New York, for real, you gotta have
Money.
money.
Yeah.
It's not like that down south. Like being poor down south, I was poor north and in the south, and it's a big difference. You appreciate being poor.
No, that's true. That's true.
hear that.
That's
But you know,
true.
down south, you be like, damn, I miss
That's a different type
Got
of.
that.
being able to go to the store every day. Like that shit's not happening. You
Yeah.
go to the grocery store, this is in the house. You can't even walk to the store. You got to get a ride. So it's either what's in this house, or you luckily enough to live someplace where it's a gas station and walking distance.
That's facts.
Yeah. And even I feel like, have you ever seen the documentary Snow on the Bluff? So even when I watched that, like I feel like in the
What's
South,
Snow on the Bluff?
You never seen Snow in the Buff with
Nah.
It's
what's that nigga name? Curtis Snow?
Curtis Snow. It's like
Yeah. He
it's
basically
a
he robbed the,
docu.
yeah, it's a docu
It's a-
gangster.
Serious?
a docu.
It's a docu gangster shit.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you right now.
That's
I'm
not
gonna
a- That's
break
not a
down what-
category.
Listen,
I
the
can't
nigga
find
grabs-
that on Netflix.
The nigga grabs a nigga's some white
It
people.
was on Netflix. That's
Yeah.
what
It was on
Docu
Netflix, right?
gangster. So what am I gonna type in? Docu gangster.
Type it.
That's
Snow
what
on
happened.
the Bluff, and you
No.
gonna.
Just type in Snow on the
You're gonna get a
Bluff
link
and you
to
won't
watch it.
find it.
So
Yeah, it's a
that's
really
what I
good
see.
doc.
Basically,
But
he grabs
classic.
some white people, try to grab get some coke from him or crack or whatever, and he takes their camera and then he just starts recording his life. And this nigga,
and he lives in the
crazy.
South,
He live
and
a
like
cowboy
it
life.
just shows just the difference
Buff.
between how
Yeah.
niggas live in the South, bro. Like the South
Nigga
is
give a
very
fuck.
different.
Like, he survives by robbing other niggas for their drugs and work, and that's how he makes his living.
I'm about to watch that.
Yo, that
What's
shit's crazy,
that called?
yo,
Snow
bro,
on
that
the
shit is
Bluff?
crazy. That shit-
Fire. You said that shit is fire? Yeah, I need to watch
it's,
that.
it's
Alright,
really
bet.
good.
I'm with that. I'm
It's
with
different.
that. I'm slow. I'm
but
lost.
I use that just to say that, like, yo, you really living in New York. I see why my mom was always saying like, you're mad privileged, because in the South it's a different lifestyle, and I just feel like in New York you can get like you were saying, you can get out. You can take a subway, go to a different, like you can get out.
Literally,
The
like,
South,
feel
it's like
like you're
one
living in
street. That's their life on that one street, you know what I mean? And it's like, because of that, I feel like there's just a closeness and like a sense of family, where it's like New York, it's like we always moving. We're
Nah,
moving
yeah,
24/7. Like,
it goes into like a patience. You know what I mean? I feel like New Yorkers lack patience. You know what I mean? It's just that. Like,
Hustling. We gotta
but
go.
I think
We
that's
gotta
what,
go.
like, that pressure, makes diamonds. That's why I think like the people that stay in it, like you look at like the 50 Cents and like the Kisses of the game, like the old heads
biggest
that like
assholes in
started
the
this.
game?
I mean, they're the biggest assholes in the game, but my point to that is where that's sustainability.
yeah.
Where it's like, bro, like to that ideology of making it over the next guy
I
in
know,
competition.
But that
Like,
in
you know what
itself
I'm
be so detrimental to us though, because it promotes individualism.
I feel
and
that.
shit is like
It does, and that's why it's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, depending on the region, it's not for everybody, but
you get how you
With-
live.
Get how
Besides
you live,
your
you know what I'm
family,
saying?
do you feel like you have a responsibility and duty as an artist to the Black community?
Yeah, definitely. That's why even I do things in my music consciously, just try to small things. I try to put the medicine in the candy.
Facts.
So like even with this next project that I dropped, like I didn't even realize it till like I was halfway through, and then I was just like, I literally never said bitch the whole project.
The whole project.
You
7
didn't curse
songs.
at all.
Talk about.
I curse,
But
I just
not
don't say
bitch.
bitch.
Nah, he
I
just
say to
tells
be
you,
real. Like, we gotta start-
relax.
start
That's not what he
slow.
said.
Let me expound on that real quick. Do you feel like the word nigga and bitch? Do you think that negative connotation is as powerful as we feel like it is?
I think I got 2 different, like, as far as nigga, like,
That's it.
Like, you are my motherfucking nigga, bro.
That's it, bro. That's my dog. That's my nigga.
Like-
That's
bro.
my nigga. It's like it's empowering.
like that's what it is. Like, that's us. I'm with it. If you say it, you're not supposed to say it. I'm smacking you. Point blank. Period.
Point blank, period.
That's it. Because
Point blank, period.
at the end of the day, I'm for my people.
Can I ask you a deeper question though? That is a constant argument between me and my friends where it's like, all right, can white people say the N-word if it's in music? So like
No.
if someone's
No.
singing along
No.
to a song, see, I don't think so.
No.
I think right.
And you're
I
the
think
problem.
right. No, I'm not. Let me tell you why. I'm not. Let me tell you why. I think that if you say the N-word in music, right? That and your audience, because when you think about a majority of the hip hop audience, majority nowadays is not black.
It's what we
They're
always
white-
knew
they're
that. It's
white
white kids,
right?
They're the ones that
So
buy the
it's like
tickets.
those are the people a lot of these young niggas that's saying bullshit is catering to. You know what I'm saying? So if you're saying the N-word, right, and you go to a performance, right, and you see the stands and everyone in the crowd is white, it's weird. Like it's like if you're making music for a population that can't sing the lyrics.
Bro,
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I'm not-
Brady, I was
that's
at
like
an Earth Gang concert. The one of literally Johnny Venus stopped and said, "All these little white kids I see repeating nigga, y'all better stop." And all of them, I don't know if they stopped, but he literally was like,
That's
"Don't
fine.
say nigga, bro." Like,
But
it doesn't
I
matter.
feel like
It doesn't matter. It's not for you.
because my whole thing has been like I feel like if you don't want people saying that, if you don't want white kids saying the N-word, then you wouldn't put it in your music.
That's not true.
That's
simple
not
fact-
true. They're making music for. They're not
They're
making music for
and
white kids.
I know they're not
Just for
making
them to
music
buy
for
the
white
ticket
kids,
sales.
but my whole thing is if you gonna put it in there, right, and the white kids gonna say it in the song, like it's kind of like
they're not thinking that far.
they're not thinking, but
If
that's
they
also
gonna say it in
but
my
that's
music,
also
they
to
gonna
the
say it regardless. Because it's the
Big
same.
facts,
You can't put a cap on my art because that's like saying don't put killing in your films if you don't want people to kill.
That's a fact. That's literally what.
I
That's
see what you're
literally.
saying.
I'm
Yeah.
not putting the killing in my film for people to replicate this.
I'm
I'm
portraying
doing it
real
to
life.
portray art.
Yes.
I hear that.
So you're wrong.
I hear that. Well, okay, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth, all right?
Nah, you said that perfectly.
Watch
T
your
Bruin.
mouth.
That's so true. That's
It's
so
just, you
true.
can't.
Nah, I
it's-
hear you.
I know white people like who love hip hop music and
I know.
they rap it
It's
around.
bait. I don't see a problem with
When I say I love white, I'm
It's
talking
bait.
about these specific people. Like I'm
No,
not
no,
saying I love
no.
white people. I'm not saying all white people. 'Cause I don't love. But that's a whole. These white people who I like really fuck with, they rap around me and they don't say that word.
Out of respect. It's respect. Like,
If
But
you
what if it
Yeah.
come out? What if it come out by accident? What if it's like, oh yeah,
So then
tell
I'ma-
us
and
how
I'ma-
my nigga.
so I'ma
and he's
accidentally
like,
slap
and he's
you.
like this, and he's like this. Oh,
I'm
I
gonna
look-
accidentally
I look at
slap
it
you.
like this. I
I'm
look
gonna
at it like
accidentally
this.
slap you.
Have you ever accidentally cursed around your parents?
100%.
And what happened?
They
You got
told me not
popped
to
in your
curse no
mouth.
more.
But when you did it though, like how after it happened, what was your reaction? Did you just
Oh, I'm
keep saying
sorry.
what you were saying?
Nah, he said like, oh, I'm sorry. Like,
If that's your reaction, then it's like, all right, bro. But if you keep rapping,
Yo, you keep rapping up.
like I'm on you, 100%.
on you.
I'm on you. Because and the reason why I say that, bro, because in my life, one time I let a white person say that shit around me. I let it slide.
Yo,
and
man.
They get too comfortable.
Bro.
They get too comfortable.
No. They didn't get too comfortable.
happened?
I just found out they was a piece of shit.
Of course.
And I knew my physical reaction, what I wanted to do to that person, would have put me in a bad situation. So I left. But the way that I felt afterwards, for not doing anything about it,
Yeah, it killed you inside.
I would never feel that way again.
Yeah,
I hear you,
that's a
bro.
fact.
I hear you.
If I
hear you.
accidentally, but I'm gonna do something.
If you accidentally send an N-word and I accidentally punch you in your fucking face,
Cause you
then
just,
it's all accidents all around.
Cause
it's
it's
accidents.
like if you go to a Crip
It's
neighborhood in
accidents.
all red
Nah, that's crazy.
and you
Well,
get banged
Yeah,
up.
that's not
like,
an
my nigga,
accident.
why are you doing that?
What you mean? You could just
That's
be
not an accident. What if I just got back from like a Cardinals game? I got the Cardinals jersey on. I'm hyped. My team just won.
Down that shit.
I'm in the
Don't root
wrong
for
way.
that-
GPS took me the
don't root for
wrong
that
way.
team no more.
Now I'm chopped because I wanted to
Don't
watch
root for that
football.
team no more.
Now I'm chopped
You
because I
wanted
wanted
to
to watch
say
a football
nigga.
game.
It's what life is. It's rules and regulations. You wanted to say nigga.
You know, we try to simplify it through conversation, but it's so deeper than it's so much deeper than that, man. It's like, do we really, are we really tripping when they said, man? Because like I see what you saying.
You know what I'm saying?
But then I also see what you saying. 'Cause I feel that, but it's
I feel like a
I
lot
don't
of
like
it.
it makes me uncomfortable because I was in a situation like that last weekend, and
Yeah,
I
you talking about-
literally told you that. Like, I'm in a car with this white boy. He's singing at the top of his lungs, nigga this,
I
nigga
would've
that,
told him, yo,
nigga
shut
this.
the fuck
And I
up.
literally told him, I was like, you're making me uncomfortable. And he was like, why? And I'm like, because you keep saying nigga. He was like, oh, yeah. He's like, I feel you, I'll stop. I'm like,
Ew.
I don't
Good with
like
this
that.
shit.
It makes me uncomfortable.
But some people,
It makes me uncomfortable.
some people want that confrontation because they want to
Oh,
know.
bro, quick question. Is this blunt Olympics, bro? You got like this nigga smoking like he competing, bro. Like, we've been rolling for 30 minutes, bro. This is what's that, his fourth L, bro?
for 30
It's gotta be a calm 30. It's a calm 30, bro. This nigga's racing. Who you racing? Ain't nobody here but us, bro.
chilling, we vibing.
Ain't nobody here but us, bro. Who's he racing?
Hey, tell him don't kill my vibe, bro.
Yo, my fault. Maybe I'm
He not
wildin'.
hurting nobody.
You know why? I'm jealous. And we gonna keep it honest. I'm jealous.
So before we switch up the subject, so why'd you stop saying bitches in your songs? I'd love to hear that.
Oh wow.
Well, majority of the women, I have women in my family. It's like I'm a rare breed in my family.
You respect women.
I feel
Thank
you,
you. We
bro.
don't have much of those at this table, so
Watch your mouth.
I'm glad.
Watch your mouth.
So it's like, and then it's not even like something that I really use in my everyday conversation.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not out here like,
Bitch this, bitch that.
if I'm talking to one of my homies and we just having one of them conversations, like then it's just that moment in time. But the majority of my day, how I'm communicating with people, is not me on some. Yeah, man. So I was chilling with this one bitch, and then I was with this other bitch.
Yeah,
these
you don't
bitches
talk-
tripping. These
Yeah.
bitches. Because so why I don't like want
Why
that
put that in
to.
your music?
I got a girl power to most high. Go ahead, keep going.
And I guess
Power to
that
God.
came from, and I guess that just happened to start coming through in my music to where I was just like, damn, I'm not saying this shit at all. Like I don't really have no reason to do it because I don't think, you know, bitches ain't shit. Like that's not something that I just go out here like. I think there are particular
Bitches.
bitches that ain't shit, but it's not an over nothing. It's just some bitches who just regular bitches. You know?
This is a perfect segue into my next question. You asked a titty man, bro.
I am.
Oh my God.
What did I say? What did I say? I said he a ass or titty man. What I said? I said is he an ass or titty man?
What's up?
This nigga, bro.
In what context? Into women, is he an ass or titty man when he's looking at women?
It's very because I don't know. I've never been because
Because beauty
like
is
a-
beauty.
You're into a
I'm
beautiful
like
girl.
I'm like a complimentary type of guy. So it's like
Okay.
What does that mean?
Talk.
Explain
Nah. He going into it. He going into it.
Because
Uh-huh.
sometimes a chick just have some nice titties. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Turn around, ask it. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Sometimes it's like she
Ass
has
crazy.
some ass crazy
Yams, bro. Yams.
Yeah, you like, oh shit.
Oh shit.
Titties just say this.
Bro.
It's a regular titty.
Boom! Nigga, right in there. Bang! Nigga, I know what you're saying. Nigga, I know what you're talking about, bro. What I say?
He is really saying what I'm thinking. Like, he's not wrong though.
Yo, she got that full clip in the back, bro. I know what you're talking about, bro.
me is like a female. You can't ask a female that question. Are you a chest or gluten? Like what the fuck is that?
Nah,
Like,
no, but girls,
you can't ask a nigga. You can't ask a
you know what I
female
find
that,
out?
like,
You know what I find weird?
They like short or tall.
do you like pecs?
Shorter tall.
Do you
No.
like- oh, yeah, you
That's
can't
it.
ask that.
Short or
You
tall
can't
dudes,
ask
and
that.
now my short niggas is feeling the type of way. Now my tall niggas is feeling the
Bro,
type
I
of way.
promise you, there's not
What did
one.
I realize? What do you mean? What did you say?
Beard or no beard?
Oh, beard or no.
Beard.
Girls don't
Okay,
really
can we
have
talk about
preferences
this
like that though.
real quick
That's
before
just
you get
not
into
real.
acid titty? He said complimentary, so he was talking about both and both because like you're talking about like you can get a Big Mac, right? And the Big Mac is delicious, but sometimes you need the combo. You need the fries and you need the Sprite with no ice because you get no.
This
Look,
nigga, do you just come
Sprite
up
with
with
no
this shit every day?
Sprite with no ice because they put in hella ice and they give you no Sprite. You're not listening.
I don't eat that shit.
You need the Big Mac, the fries, and get the Travis Scott meal. You don't want just the burger, but you want the combo. You know what I'm talking about? You can't just have one. You can't just have fries. You know what I'm talking about? Because fries is delicious, but you can't just eat 100 fries. You know what I'm talking about? So you're a complimentary man. But what I'm saying is, girls love to do that. Be like, oh, is he so? Oh, we can't. Oh, is he under 5'8", 5'9"? Oh, leave him. He's too short.
If he can't. Money,
he can't carry you. Leave that nigga.
That's not even a this or that. It got to be this.
Or like a beard thing, right? Where girls is like, oh my god, look, he don't got a beard. I can't date him. Look, I can't go shit.
I promise you, I'm speaking for all
I woke
females.
up every
we do
day.
not care about that shit. Even if we say we care.
You speaking for all females?
All females.
You
Even if we
females?
say we care, we do not give a fuck about that shit.
You're a liar.
If you meet that
Why
one guy
lying?
who's mad cool, and if you're short, have money. That's it. You good.
Yes, sir. He said, yes, sir. He said, I can do that.
I
can do that, though.
If you short, have money, have a good personality. If
you
you ugly, you better have a good personality.
My homie would be the leader for like how short niggas should be. Because there's some short, like the short and tall thing, like.
I don't care as long as you're taller than me.
But some short dudes like
even if it's
crazy.
an inch. He's like an inch or two.
You think he's good?
Even if
You
it's
just gotta watch the shoes
when
you wear,
I got
Alex.
my fro, I might be taller, but
Here's the thing: you could be small or whatever, but have big nigga energy.
yeah, he got big nigga energy. That's a fact.
Nah,
That's a chihuahua.
Don't have big
Chihuahua.
nigga energy. Have you energy.
that's what I'm saying though. But my
Yes.
energy is big nigga energy. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
Like,
you don't come off as a short nigga. I ain't gonna
you know what
hold
I'm
you.
saying?
How
Like,
you know that?
Huh?
How you know that? He's
I'm
short
a-
right now, nigga.
I'm a tall nigga. I'm a genuine tall nigga. So I know.
You know this. I'm just playing. I'm just
You know what it is, bro?
playing. Your mother,
Hold
nigga.
on. You know what it is? Because
Your mother.
I've been around niggas that's big, way bigger than me, taller than me, all that shit. And it's like, bro, if you just had that energy with you, I'm not saying on a Napoleon complex type shit, but if you just walk in like, yo, I'm here.
You
Like,
demand
come correct.
that space.
like,
You
you know
demand
what I'm
that
saying? Just demand your
space.
space. Like
That's
that's
a
all it is.
fact.
They gonna feel that presence. You know.
That's
You know what I'm
fact.
talking? And you know what? Let's talk about the male plight right now. Let's talk
my
about
God.
let's talk about the plight of being a male, right? See, women, if you want a bigger butt, you want bigger titties, you can go to the doctor. You can do that.
No, we
But
can't
a short
just go
nigga,
to the
I'm not.
doctor.
I'm
I
not
hate when
finished.
niggas say
I'm not
that.
finished.
What if you're scared of
You know what's so
needles?
crazy? How do you know what I'm talking about if I'm not done?
Nigga, shut up.
So what I'm saying is, the male plight. If I'm 5'9", I can't be 6 foot. No matter how hard I try.
can stand on a bag.
You can stand on
that's what
a. You
we
can
just
stand on
said.
a bag. Yeah, I guess. Everybody lose money though. Then what? Then you 5'9" and broke. So all I'm saying is,
Kill yourself.
women just. Anybody 5'9" broke, don't kill yourself.
Hold on,
bro.
switch gears real quick. I want to talk about your name, T Bruin. Where'd that come from?
My cousin gave me that name because I had a whack rap name. It ain't really no long.
Yeah, what was it?
Story.
What was
It
it?
was T Cash, but I ain't have no cash.
What does the T stand for?
Tiny cash.
Tehran, that's my real
See,
name.
it's not. He's like, that's not it, bro.
Tiny cash.
That wasn't
Said
it.
Tiny cash.
Tiny
That's
cash.
not it, bro.
That's what it stood for because I had no
It's all good. We
cash.
all had. I had Nobleman. That was my.
Damn, you
Yeah,
probably
that's
was unnoble in the motherfucker.
I know bullshit.
bad,
This nigga was doing dirty.
You probably got the most unnoble.
Doing dirt, bro.
You what? Nigga stole my
And so
change.
is Brady
Nigga
was
kept my
chats a
change.
lot.
Nah, it was your mother. So I had the same name since I made it. Cause I feel like I don't have to change my name because, you know, in life you're given a name, and just because you evolve doesn't mean that you change your name. You just are a different reflection
All
of what it started
Yeah,
with.
shut up.
Look what I'm
That's
talking
like
about.
when
Y'all
niggas-
tight because
that's like, look.
I was talking right now.
You know
Y'all
what that
sick
sound
'cause
You
like?
I was
got a
talking.
cool
Brady-
name.
Brady
all
sound
right.
like-
You don't change your name because, you know, on this earth, when you get your God-given name from your parents, right, you can go through any development and
Bro,
evolution.
does this nigga chat
right?
for breakfast, lunch,
Look,
and
you can go
dinner?
through any development and evolution, but that doesn't mean that your name changes.
That's
Just
like when
because your
niggas
being
get
changes
tats
doesn't mean
with
your
their
name
name
changes.
on their body. I'd be like, you gonna forget your name? They're like, oh, that's my name. Like, that's why I gotta be
that's
on my
OD
body. That's
though.
so
That's OD
weird.
though. I didn't
Why
say
you
nothing about
Talk to
that.
us about this project. What's up?
above the third floor? Yo,
Above
how did you come?
the
That name is
third
so fire. I
floor.
love that.
It's a
Project.
conversation I was having with my homie, just asking me about like, and he helped me with my creative direction, just about where I started, like in the Bronx and shit. That was like the conversation, and just really he was like getting specific because we were trying to come up with a name for the project. He was like, "Yo, where did you live?" Like I was like, "Well, Cedric Avenue." Like
I was born on Cedric. Stand up, boy.
Lying.
Swear to God, bro.
Wow.
But Albert Einstein.
I wasn't.
That's what you was on? That's how I fuck.
We was out on Cedric. I
was Cedric, like right on what's that road?
You know what 226 is at?
Yeah.
That big ass squad right across the street.
Yeah. Oh, yo, I wasn't born that far from there. But that old rec center that went down hella like 15 years ago.
I feel like Africans always end up in the Bronx.
What's that supposed to mean?
There's just hella Africans.
That shit didn't sound crazy to you? That shit didn't sound crazy to you? Yo, pass off before we start talking about something crazy. Pass off, bro.
But back to your project.
Back to your project.
So we just talking about all that shit. I'm telling him like, yo, what apartment you lived in? I'm like 3C. Oh, all right. Like, something. He's like these things. He just one of them type of niggas.
Yeah.
Like, my homie Yasin.
Yeah.
So he just getting deep, and then we really got into a deep conversation, just talking like, you know, just real some mathematics, numbers, all this other shit. I don't want to get too much into that right now.
Yeah.
And that's where he was like, yo, that's where the thoughts, like, it manifested from, like, where the idea, whatever, to be anything came from, like, that third floor apartment. You feel me? Like, so everything from there went up.
So everything from there went up above the third floor. That shit is okay.
So that's one part of the name. So
that's hard. That's hard.
It's above the third floor, the Wild EP. So the Wild EP come from the second half of like just what was going on in that conversation.
That's crazy. When I heard that name, I thought of like, I don't know why, but my mind went to like,
elevator?
You know, no, the 3 floors like hell, purgatory, heaven. And then I was thinking of like above the third floor. So I was really thinking about it. I thought that's kind of where your spin was.
That was fire too. That's what he meant too. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's what he was trying to do too. That's all that, bro. That's all that.
But it could mean that too, though. It could mean that too.
Conversation, yo.
Yeah.
But that's and again, that's the beauty of art, bro. It's interpretation. You know what I'm saying? Because like you may bring something out for the people that you know might find it even a deeper meaning than what you originally even thought, but it
turns into
translates,
something else.
You know what I'm saying? That shit is fire, bro. Like push
That's
that
another
shit.
question I had on my mind. What does it mean to you specifically to be a hip hop artist? You know what I'm saying? In 2020, what does it mean for you to be a hip hop artist?
It just means I forgot. Let me finish answering the title question because it's another part to the title. It's called Above the Third Floor, the Wild EP. So during the conversation, he was just asking like, because I had these songs that I knew I wanted to put out, like this shit I was like creating in quarantine. He was like, where did the ideas start coming from these shits? And it was like I had to prove to myself that I could rap during any type of situation because it felt like we was in a movie, like when the shit first started and it was on the news. Like I'm sitting there with my mother and shit, like oh, nobody's flying out. So like that shit felt crazy, and I was like, yo. I couldn't think. I did shrooms for the first time. Like I was.
Ooh, we'll talk about that.
I'm not a fan of shrooms.
So I was just trying to like escape, like mentally.
Shrooms is fine. We can talk about that. We don't get into that.
So I was just trying to escape mentally, like what was going on in front of me in my reality, and I couldn't get back. Well, I thought I couldn't get back into rap. So I was just on the porch smoking, not doing shit, and I was like, let me go through some old shit. Let me go through some beats I haven't like. Heard in a while, and I was just like skating, like coming up with songs in like 30 minutes. It usually take me a minute to like just write verses and shit. But these shits is just coming.
It's just coming.
And I was like, oh shit, like I felt. And it's the last time I was in the same space. I made my last EP, well, a minute ago, called The God MC. And that title came from me feeling like I had like mastered the art of like rapping to myself. So like
Mastered the art of rapping.
Yeah.
How you master the art of rapping?
Just being able to like I could rap, I could freestyle, I could write, I could rap.
You could
to
do all of
any
that.
beat, I could rap to trap, boom pap. I could rap on some pop shit. Like, I can rap on anything. I can rap at any moment.
Put in those 10,000 hours.
I put like to the point I could do this shit. I really like surprise myself sometimes. Like when I'm with my band and they like, oh, let's do this song, and they start playing it.
Y'all saw that on your IG?
Remember
first off, that shit gets me fucking hype.
What?
Personally, when niggas have a fucking band or when niggas
That shit's
incorporate
so fire.
fucking real
So fire.
instruments, real music, a real vibe. When I saw that shit on your fucking page, that shit inspired me. From the simple fact that it's like, yo, like, yeah, niggas forget because everything is digital, bro. Everything is so fast paced. Shut up. Everything is so fast paced and like everything is so out there. Like niggas don't even know how to do shit anymore because niggas is, you can Google it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so to see like you bring that live band, to bring that energy, like, and that like musicality is important right now. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
It's just-
saying?
That's
And
a
so
fact.
big ups to you, bro, and
That's
having
a
a band
fact.
like
I
that shit
agree
is
too.
hard.
That's
Big
a
ups to
fact.
you, bro.
It was like
100%.
I didn't realize that the same way that I'm like inspiring to be like, well, I'm not aspiring because I am, but
You are.
I'm a rapper. Like there are people who play drums, play bass, play the guitar, play keys that are just they want to be heard as well. But they want to play for something with a purpose.
Yeah.
They don't want to just
Be doing it
That's
for
why a
the
lot
sake
of
of it.
times people be like church musicians. Like if I'm gonna play, I'm gonna play here. They not on no bullshit, and I'm gonna get paid.
Yeah.
So when I approach him, it's like, hey, listen to this. And it's like people I know, my homie Wyatt, who's my drummer. He kind of helped me form the band together. Just people who like-minded. Like we like to play music, smoke weed, trip out
So
on some.
you record live music, or do you just like do performances with?
We perform live, but we're in the process now of like
Creating.
an
That's dope.
album.
That's
That's
So
That's
like
dope.
my one thing that I find interesting about like people who have bands and like the recording process is so different. Because like what I've noticed is if you're not in a studio that can allow, you know, a whole band to be in one room, you know what I mean? That you find out like people playing each part separately. You got to break it down. So it's like, it's like a different mode from when you're playing it as a group to when you're recording it. Like recording, it's got to be harder. Like,
Really? I feel
right?
like it would be-
I feel like recording it should be harder, nah?
Recording is like,
Because it's like,
it's literally like being on a basketball team. It's like playing the game. Like everybody's practice, we all practice together, but when we get out here in the game,
Everybody do their job.
Everybody has to do their initial job for us to be successful. The difference is we don't do it at the same time. But we're all there in the process, so it's like we're gonna tell you like play that shit over. You know how to play, like go crazy, don't hold back, turn down. This is not time for you to solo.
so yeah.
So just being honest, and it's like when we vibe out with each other, like literally every time we play these songs, they never sound the same. Something's different. And it's literally a good thing, like, but it's just a vibe.
It's fire.
That must be so much fun because you get to like really create together. Like the vibes, the energy, how everybody's feeling, it bleeds
Sure,
out
yeah.
no matter what. And it's like that might, oh man, I gotta do that. You gotta invite me to one of these sessions.
I mean, something that, I mean, I just want to throw out there, you know, something that a lot of niggas don't know about me. You know, is that
This nigga love talking about himself. Isn't T Bruin the one
something
where
why don't you watch your mouth?
here for?
Yo, T, you here with me, right, bro?
Cool.
You
No,
with me, right?
no. He's a clown, bro.
That's all I gotta
He's
do.
got energy today. I
That's all I
love
gotta
it.
do. No, we right back with it. You know, a lot of niggas, you know, they don't know I play bass. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just talking about, you know, I'm bass.
That nigga don't play shit. He play his
I
mom.
played your mom. nigga.
Yo, T, I see you came in with your homies and shit like that, and I know we supposed to your cousin was supposed to be with us too, right? So I see that you keep it close, you keep the family together, right? How important to you? How important is it to you to have a good team around you? Like, what's the importance of it?
A good team. I like that.
I'm gonna keep it real with you.
I'm still looking.
I'm not really one of them dudes that's really like on the I gotta have a team because I'm like I'll do it myself.
Okay.
So to even be around me and to like you have to first fuck with me and to know that even to be around me you have to make yourself.
You have to bring something to the table.
Or
Yeah.
it's just because I'm not gonna just invite you to come to the studio. I'm not just gonna invite you to come to the video shoot. These things are gonna happen. I'm not gonna invite you to the band practice. Like if you want to be in those situations, you have to be doing something.
You got to be doing something. Yeah, it makes sense.
And it's funny because now I see more and more where a lot of artists are talking about like, yo, like fuck that being loyal to your day one niggas because if like where I saw with Young M.A. where she was talking about like, yeah, it's cool to be loyal to your day one, but like they got to be doing something. Like they got to be progressing in their own right because if you going like this, right, and they like this, it's a detriment for you to go back down there to meet them. You know what I'm saying? Like that'll stop from you from even going higher and breaking
You know
that
why?
ceiling.
It's because
you know
I
what
feel
I'm
like
saying?
a lot of people when they see a light in you, they kind of want to be a part of that,
They
and
get attached.
there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? They kind of want to get attached to that. They want to see you win, and because they feel like when you win, that'll be
win.
beneficial to them. When really they should just be trying to soak up everything they can in being around you, so that when you get bigger, they can kind of grow in their own right and grow to what, like, for example, like when me and Trey got together, Trey was all in the studio. And my biggest thing, I was coming out of school. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was like, damn, but being in the studio, you know, I would come to every session. I wanted to be around it. I wanted to be around the creativity. And I found my voice through that shit. You know what I mean? And through that, so it's like now Trey's growing, and you know, when he kills it in his music and all that shit, I'ma be good. Like I'ma be killing it in my interviewing, in my shit, because I found myself through him, and that's not bad. You know what I mean? Like you can want to leech onto somebody because you know I'm bored at home. I want to go with T Bruin to the studio. I want to see what's happening, but you have to find that thing while you're doing that. You gotta find yourself while doing that.
So you found your voice, and the minute you found your voice, you didn't shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and then I will never shut the fuck up. You know why? Because this voice is gonna make me fucking money. So fuck you.
I thought you was going somewhere, and then I was like, nah, he going somewhere else.
I will never shut the fuck up. That was a good one, you asshole. And I started coming to, I literally, he started, I was like, oh, I know where this is going.
The minute you said that, I was looking right at you like this.
Shut up, nigga.
As soon as I get my window.
Can we double back and bring it brown full circle?
Bring it brown? How do we bring it brown?
Nah, I said all that. No, hold on. I said all that to say.
How about you, bro?
We can't. I really hate this dude,
bro.
I really don't like this.
I'm a man of the people, bro. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you, bro.
My voice will be feeding you one day,
dope,
nigga.
you know what I love about this process, man? I get to work with my girl. I get to work with my homie. I've known this nigga for like 10 plus years.
That's your best friend, not your homie.
Nah, that's what I said.
Niggas never want to say best friend.
That's my dog.
Say that's my bestie.
Cause that's weird. Like
that's weird. Yeah, don't say it like that. That's weird, bro.
Like, so it's cool that you get to like that the space is here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that shit just makes everything more comfortable, and it's like being able to create with my cousin, because I wish he was here, but
I wish he was here too.
I wish he was here too.
His visuals.
Nah, yeah. Where he at, Jones?
Yeah, shout out to Guan.
Yeah,
I really love your visuals.
Crazy.
Keep going. So talented.
Nah, yeah, that shit is fire, bro. Keep doing. I was just listening to that French shit.
Oi.
Oui. I thought it was we. Like, oui.
This nigga said oi.
I thought that shit was like
100 times.
You said like oi, but when I read it like we, like you know, oi, like we. Y'all don't take French. That's your problem.
Nah.
Oh no, it's oh. Oh, you're right.
It's O-I.
There would be a you there if it was
It
we,
would have been. Yeah, it would have been
anything else, but an
You don't
O-I.
take French, nigga.
I took French 8 years. Y'all don't tell me what I took, but cool.
But yeah,
So T,
go
go ahead, T.
But yeah, like that
Really
interview
creating
with
what
me
you-
and him, like that's gonna be something totally different. But this is literally somebody who would like I've known my entire life. This is not my play cousin. This is my mother's sister's son.
Not the one that you grew up with on the same block and the same cousin.
His mother
Really
whooped
your cousin.
me like and was like 100% right to. So just growing up, like this is not something we've been doing since we were like
COVID.
Every time I get sneezes, COVID.
Anytime somebody get him out of here.
just a different nigga. Like,
Anytime
like-
somebody coughing.
Niggas be sneezing and they be choking themselves because they're not trying to sneeze and
Yeah,
shit.
facts.
But yeah, continue. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. We here,
talk
bro.
too
We
much.
here. The problem is we fuck with you, so we keep talking. That's the problem. We fuck with you.
When we
that's
quiet,
the problem.
that's when we don't-
When we quiet, we don't fuck
That's
with you,
when we
bro.
don't
Like
fuck
that's
with
it. That's the case.
Now I know like that. Man. I guess I'm fucking with me no more. That's last time I was out there.
But now, like, because he didn't even make music for the longest. Like,
Your cousin talking
yeah,
about
because like he didn't make music. Well, same situation. Like he was. I don't want to tell his full story. I want to give him a chance to explain. Yeah. He was in the boys' choir Harlem. So he actually like went on tour with them.
He like performed at Madison Square Garden.
That's
like,
fire.
He was professionally
Ladies,
trained.
that's where you could find your men, the choir.
choir. We out here.
I feel like though.
Go to church.
Some good,
Feel
some
like go
good
to
dudes.
church.
Wash off your
The
sins.
dudes in the choir. Yo, it be the people in the
Enough.
church that
T
be
Bruin.
going.
Be in the church,
It be-
man. That's
yeah,
crazy.
it
We
be
was
the-
like,
and
we
it
was
be
in like
the-
school choirs. I was like in the
Okay,
glee
that's
club.
what
We
I'm
was
talking
singing
about.
like fucking what's the
What is
the
it?
song from Titanic? Celine Dion.
Oh, that's my shit.
My heart will go on.
Like we singing that shit. We doing like Little Mermaid all over.
Oh, y'all
all
doing
this.
that? Y'all doing that?
What's the graduation song they always played? And every graduation?
Pomp and Circumstance?
And that we'd be... What? All right.
That's the classical song where it goes... The song where it's like when people are getting their awards.
All right, T Bruin,
like
back to your shit.
I thought that's what she was asking. See, that's a problem. You talking about bands? I'm a classical nigga. We talking about Pomp and Circumstance. Look it up. That's a classical.
The fact that you knew that is crazy.
That's what I'm talking. Thank you, bro.
Oh no, it's this one. As we go.
Oh my God, that shit's
We remember all the times.
And then the
Turn
girl
it up.
could sing, she'd be like,
Yeah, we sang that in 6th grade.
yeah, that was my 6th grade graduation. That shit was dumb sad. I low key felt a tear. Right? I was dumb sad. I'm like, oh shit, we're going to middle school.
You going to middle school? Yo, my nigga, I'm gonna catch you in 8th period, bro.
I was confused. I thought I was graduating. I thought I was done with school after that. So I don't know why, bro. In my mind, I thought I was done with school. So when I realized I had more school, I was tight.
Yeah,
At 11, you gonna make a chocolate?
After
Well, you know,
we out of here. But yeah, continue because we keep cutting him off as he's speaking.
Yes. Trying to tell my story. This is wrong with black folk.
My God.
So yeah, just seeing him come up and like where he used to just be around me, like helping me name songs and come up with cover arts and shit.
Yeah.
And I used to tell him like, bro, you need to sing.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I ain't singing. I ain't about to be out here singing.
My friend, I bring around my friends, be like, yo, he need to sing. Never heard him sing.
Yeah.
Like, what he do? I'm like, well, he know how to sing. He need to sing. He need to do something.
Yeah.
He looked too cool to be sitting in the corner, like
Watching.
watching. So he ended up going.
That's what people say about me. Keep going.
So he.
About her? That's what they say?
They be like, yo, she too cool. Who's she?
That's about her?
She
So
has
he
me
ended up
somebody.
going to art school. So when he went to art school, whatever they
Told him there.
put in his head for that year he was there,
Changed
that changed like everything for us in general. Like,
That's dope.
he came out, was able to put a different like view on shit. Cause I'm not an artist nigga. I don't know. I ain't no street nigga out in the street. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a regular nigga. You know?
Yeah.
Like, but I'm definitely not a colors and what looks.
Visuals, yeah. Visual artist.
Because I'm literally watching some of his videos and I'm like, yo, I could get that. I get that vibe. Like literally, as you was explaining that, I get that vibe.
He's
watching
putting
his
this shit
videos.
together himself.
Intricate.
Like he's
It's good.
he's saying he's making the treatments for this shit. He's
So
saying,
colorful.
I want this to be still. I
Man.
don't want this to move. I want like particular to the point. Like I bring him my shit. And he's like, you gotta change this. You know?
That's dope.
Yeah, because that Oi, like I said, that Oi record, like I saw it on the YouTube and I was thoroughly impressed. Like I was like, yo, this looks good. It sounds good. Like
whole
this is some
rollout was
good
crazy.
shit.
And that
like,
goes back to you
the whole
saying,
thing's
like,
crazy.
he's
Yeah, the
somebody who
rollout.
brings something to the table. Like, he
100%.
literally makes your art better.
He made
Those are
that-
real day ones.
That's where that came from. I'm like, I chill with my cousin. This before he started doing anything music related. I chill with my cousin, smoke with him. Like he ain't got that much money. I got the money. It's my little cousin. So,
Yeah.
He's like, you by the blunts.
He don't get on my
Yeah,
nerve. We enjoy the same shit. We build together. So like, if I'm not about to chill with nobody and I'm not enjoying myself, I chill with my cousin. Like, ain't no shame in that. Like, so then my standard, then my other homie who I said I met in high school, he introduced me to making music, being able to record myself, being able to make beats. I can make beats because of this nigga. Like this, and he's a cool nigga who I can chill around. So
Yeah.
it's like my other homie who shoots my videos, do my photography. Like this is somebody we build on other things outside of music. So it's like, why not that be a standard for your friends? So it's like when you have a team, it don't even feel like a team. These are just my friends. They do their own thing individually, but
And then when we
because
come
they're
together.
my friend, they do things for me, and we build together. It's
It's a
like,
beautiful thing, man. Yo, we appreciate having you, bro. Like this was dope.
This was dope.
This is dope,
I think
bro.
this was our first guest of season
Yes,
2,
it's
right?
season 2,
Yeah.
100%. You
Can
started
we
it
double
off
back
on like
real
a
quick?
hot.
I just want to ask one question
Okay,
because
okay.
I really want to ask this question.
Okay.
What does it mean to you to be a hip hop artist in 2020?
I think what it means to be a black hip hop artist in 2020.
I love that you added the black.
Is to stand on something. Like I feel like without voices and stuff. Like even I'm not saying be preachy, conscious or whatever, but just stand on something because it's not the time you trying to like really flex on somebody right now. Niggas is hurting. Like these are your people. These are your like family that you might not know you're related to who's hurting right now, but this might be your second or third cousin. So it's like we really got to find ways to uplift each other, give each other advice, just move with each other. Like black
Keep each other accountable.
brands, and as a hip hop artist, I feel like that's a part of our responsibility.
Standing for something.
That's what I just taking accountability for my. Like I still get fly, nigga. You feel me?
Of
Do my
course.
thing. Like
That's the
you can still smoke your weed, still chill.
Multifaceted, bro. Multifaceted, bro.
Multifaceted, but it
Yeah.
can still be like you can still have morals, bro. You can
Stand for
still
something.
stand for
put
something.
respect on like black women, which should be like a
That's
priority.
that should be a mandate.
Yeah,
Brady, shut up. Brady, you do not respect women.
I respect black. Don't throw that narrative out
Don't
there.
do that, Alex.
I respect black women, and you know my philosophy on white women, but we're gonna talk about that later.
Yeah.
What's your philosophy? To break it down.
My philosophy is we sleep with them, we don't marry them. But that's my philosophy.
Honestly, not mad at it. Honestly, not mad at it.
Y'all gonna
Not
get
mad
really
at it.
mad at me for it. But
But
that's
you
how I
know
feel.
why I don't want you
Actually,
sleeping
yeah.
with the white woman? Because then when you sleep with the black woman, you're transferring that.
tainted
No.
You're transferring that
Let me
Karen
tell you
energy
why.
onto
Let me tell you why. But let me tell you why that's not the case. Because when you're sleeping with that white woman, right? You're going into that situation with that energy. When you then see it's a positive. No, it's a facts.
Big
So when you're
captain.
with but that's the thing is like when you're with a white woman, it's an experience. But when you're with a black woman, it's a vibe. And that's the difference is where when you're with that black woman, right? The energy you're bringing in, it's not curated like, oh, y'all just met and y'all bringing that energy to her. No, when you're with that black woman, it's experience before y'all get into any of that stuff. Y'all vibing, y'all doing whatever, y'all chilling, y'all watching
I
this,
like
y'all
that. It
doing
is a
that.
vibe.
You know what I'm saying? So
It's a
it's like
vibe.
that energy that y'all built up then gets released into, the grown shit. But like that energy is curated from the vibe. From
sounds
everything.
cool.
Sounds
Sounds
good.
cool.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
That just sounded
Look, y'all
amazing.
talking. Y'all talking about
Because I'm sitting here like as a
because
dude, and I'm
it's
just like
because it's like talking about like
True,
it's like the difference
but-
it's the difference between sex and making love. There's a difference.
But it's still
That's what I'm talking
transferring
about.
energy, bro.
It's
That's
transferring
it.
energy,
That's it.
but it depends. Like, look, if you just smashing, my niggas know what's up. If you just smashing, bro, like, and you not even concerned about who this chick is or where she's from or what she doing, you just getting that up and you like, all right, well, what time is it? I gotta go. You know what I'm talking about?
that
But
looks wrong to women.
wrong to white women.
Trey, what were you gonna say before I wrap
I
up
want
the
to tell you what
episode?
T was gonna say because T was against
Wrong
it. I wanna
for
hear
white
what T
women.
was gonna say.
Just about the consciousness of going into the situation because you can't.
That's what I'm talking about.
You can't-
How you gonna take my words and reframe it like that? This nigga just said exactly what I just said. But everybody gonna hear, he's gonna say, oh my God.
Because
He's
you
so
know what's crazy though?
That's so right. That's what I said it depends on how you going into. He done
I
said
like the
it
way
and
he
Alex
says it.
and Alex is looking at him
Not
like,
dead as he got me. I'm sitting here
Yeah.
like, what is he
Bro,
saying? It sounds
facts.
so prolific. Like,
That's not what I just said. Sorry, T, you great, nigga. I'm not giving you that one, bro. That's what I just said, nigga. Fuck out of here.
you didn't
That's
even
what
let
I
finish.
just said.
Yo,
That's what I
Brady, let me hit you with the but if he didn't even finish, how'd you know what he was gonna
You
say?
gotta let me land, my brother. You gotta let me land, my
How do you
brother.
know what he's gonna say?
Mumble.
Land that real quick.
Yo, I'm
Land
so
that, land
off.
that.
I called out of work today. And my boss sees this, go to sleep.
Go to sleep,
That ain't
boss.
loud.
Go to
But
sleep.
yeah, brother. So, like I said, the consciousness when you go. Now he looking at me like
It did sound good though. You had me. I was here like,
I
loud.
know
on
he
it.
did.
I was
I know
about
he
to drop
did.
that
It just sounded
knowledge on you.
prolific.
But bro, you know, like I know, when you go into it from the jump, once you make that decision to make that initial conversation, period, to even get the name is when you cross the line with black women. I'm not saying that I don't fall straight.
Can I? You know what Can I tell you what the fact is though? Every experience with a white woman that I've ever had, I presented myself as a fraud. And that's a fact.
What does that mean?
And let me tell you what that means.
That's the problem about
I presented myself. I wanted
Whatever
cheeks.
she wanted.
So whatever, so I wanted cheeks. Not saying presenting myself as a fraud, but presenting myself as someone who actually cared. So like she would say things like of being a white woman that I presented myself as relating to. so that we can relate a little later. That's
Yo,
all I
Brady,
said.
you are
What did
fucking
I
hilarious.
say, bro? What did I say? That's a fact. I'm not giving her. I'm not giving her. I'm not giving her who I am.
Yo, I got you, bro. I got you. Pass dogs. I got you. I got you, bro.
Anyway.
Yo, honestly, we could talk to T Bruin for 3 hours.
I know, right?
This shit is
Bro,
hilarious.
we appreciate you coming
But yo,
on, man.
thank you so much for coming, T Bruin. Like, we're really excited to have you
Really
today.
enjoyed myself.
Yes, I'm glad you did. Yo, you guys brought mad
y'all
good energy. Yeah,
bro.
great
That's
energy,
important,
yo.
bro. Who you
Great
bringing
energy.
is important, man. Because you don't know how many people brought us some niggas up here and made it weird.
Nah, I didn't.
Made this whole shit
Yeah, that's
weird,
a
bro.
fact.
Like,
That's a
yo,
fact.
I fuck with y'all, bro. Because there's a lot of people who brought people up here and made
And
it weird.
I already fucked with you because the way like you show us love and everything, I already knew you were cool. But I really do base people off of like the people they bring with them, like your energy. And y'all was so cool. Yo,
Y'all
I
cool,
really want to be
respect,
invited
like,
to one of these
calm,
sessions.
chill.
I want to come through.
Definitely.
Yes,
I had to
and
leave
we
the
got
shooters at home.
I
had to leave the shooters in the crib.
They can't come out right now.
Yo, that's the 8th episode of Past the Aux. Thank you, Tevin and Owen, for coming out.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Thank you guys so much.
T
This was a great
Bruin.
episode. I loved it. We got to get you back. Me and you got to have our own sessions interview because I love talking to you. You have a great voice. Keep doing your thing. Your album is dropping October 23rd.
Let's go.
Above from wait,
Wow.
what is it again?
Above the third floor, the Wild EP.
The Wild EP.
Wild
October 23rd is going to be on all streaming platform. Where's
We're
it
gonna
going to
talk
be
about
at?
it later.
God willing.
Let's go.
It's gonna be somewhere on the
Look,
23rd.
we don't lie. We manifest. All right. It's going to be
So-
on all streaming platforms October 23rd.
Talking about that's a great. We're talking about all streaming platforms. That's a great conversation. We talking about a streaming platform, SoundCloud. What we going out to right now is this some new Naga classic.
I thought we were
Killing
going
the
out to, I thought we were
classics.
going out to something else. Oh, we're
No,
going
we
out
not.
to
No,
all
we
right.
not. I'm on the aux, so I decide what we going out to. All right? We going out to some new. Volume 2.
Before you play that, I just want to say much love to Janet Jackson, Joni Mitchell, and Q-Tip for the Got Till It's Gone record. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
what I'm
Trey,
playing
you
right
came
now.
in with a new jacket. You got a new energy. You feeling yourself.
Oh, he feeling himself. I don't
Feeling
like
yourself.
it.
Yo,
I don't like it. You can tell when he goes Hollywood,
you
we're
know,
gone.
bro, it's-
We're gone,
Who's
bro.
gone?
Listen, we.
Brady,
Bro,
you gone.
me and you, nigga.
Bro, I'm gonna
me
look-
and you, bro. What are you talking
I'm
about?
gonna look so good with
just
stylists
like I-
coming to
just
my
like I
house, bro.
told-
Me
I'm
and
be
you
so
gone.
happy. I can't
Just
wait.
go Hollywood, we gone,
you
nigga.
gonna
Shut up,
be
shut up, shut up. Look, just like I told Ty, bro, I'm trying to win. I told Bones this yesterday. I'm trying to win.
Keep
So
that.
let's
I
win,
feel the
bro.
energy.
And you
Let's
know
keep
that's
it
why I
going.
keep all the winners around me. So
And
when
you know how-
y'all
and you
win,
know-
Alex wins.
And the best way to win is by killing the classics.
Yes.
Volume 2. Right, so we going out to Till It's Gone. Yo,
Yes.
T Bruin, thank you for
Yo,
coming
shout
out,
out
bro.
to
The
T
energy
Bruin,
was
bro.
great.
If you haven't already, go check out all his music. Follow him on Instagram. We'll have that.
I am T
above.
Bruin on Instagram.
If you
know.
haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you guys are loving the new set. I hope you guys are loving the new vibe because if you're not, we don't give a fuck.
Outta here.
Trying to win.
Nah, I'm
Trying
just
to
joking.
Wash your hands.
Yo, have a great week, y'all. Thank y'all for supporting us.
All right, so
Episode
we're
8.
going out to Till It's Gone by some new Naga. Let's get it, y'all.
About to cry, tears of joy, finally back up in the booth. Feeling like a businessman, trying on the suit. Like Mello when he shoot, the ball is always in the hoop. They used to give me the boo.